me, she goes, because she always write this in, and she goes, you could write anything else. You could write about the dog that they have. You could write anything. As long as you have that first statement, they will not ding you. Which seems kind of weird, but.
Here you go, you can put some here, I'll sit back there.
We did do a state audit this summer, and one thing that we got dinged on that we can't fix is if it's under 10 days notice, we have to have that signature. That's not something we can go back and fix now because it's already happened. We didn't give them their fee process. Also for the child study teams, one of them is 60 days notice for a reeval. If you have to extend that, have the parent sign the extension before the 60th day, before it's overdue, get them to sign. Makes sense, but again, that's something we can't go back and fix. I have blue papers I'll pass around. This is on the school wires page. That should be what's coming around, and this one's just for IEP managers. There's also a longer copy that goes over the rules for the social worker and the IEP managers. So this is something that's been done. This is the same sheet that Judy used to fill out her stuff. Thanks. And then what we're responsible for as IEP managers, and hopefully it pops up on mine. There it is. So the first part, the cover page, we don't have to mess with. Rhiannon will do it. Services, she deciphers the previous IEP services and puts what's comparable for 259. The parent statement, which is filling in the date of parental rights within the IEP. And then she opens up the behavior plan, because if we don't see the behavior plan as teachers, it won't let us finalize if she opens it. And then everything else is pretty much our duty. So the cover page, we don't have to worry about. The services, parent statement, attachments is part of it.
What's happening? Sorry. Good morning.
The big thing is we have to go what's in the previous IEP. We can't add our own stuff. We can't add our own verbiage. We have to pretty much regurgitate it over. The nice thing that's coming out from IEP support in the future, not yet, if you have a walk-in IEP that's in PDF, you can send it to IEP support and they'll send it back to you in Word. Again, that's not happening yet. So down in the future, you'll still have to read over it and make sure that it all transferred right. Kind of like when I did the voice to talk last year, it got the student's name wrong every single time in the IEP and I didn't catch it. So you still have to be kind of diligent. It's not just going to be a copy and paste. If it doesn't see the W and will and it says ill throughout the IEP, it's something you have to kind of catch. And then if there are small changes you have to make, you have to go through the amendment process, just like you would any other IEP.
Now, if they don't have the information about something in it, I just put not
addressed.
available in walk-in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was missing stuff.
Down below, if a IEP comes in late, overdue, or it's going to become due in 30 days, it really expedites the process of we don't have to enter as much stuff. So if Brooke walked in yesterday and her IEP date is tomorrow, I only have to put, please see attached IEP dated, whatever. In most of the areas, there are a couple areas where we have to still enter. I think it's goals and accommodations we still have to enter, because those should be going out to teachers still. So this paper is kind of what I used last year. I did want to go over filling that out. Barb, you said you had a student.
Yeah, I've got it, you wanna plug me in and I can,
Oh, I can come up.
okay. It is Hunter White. And I apologize for anything that I may or may not have done.
You're a rock star.
Okay, so to find his walk-in, Rhiannon will attach, or send a IEP support and they'll attach it. We can find it in process docs. And you'll notice right here it says walk-in. This is for the current process. And down below in attached documents is where we'll find the out-of-district IEP. You have to double-click and to open up more information, and it'll open up.
One more question about, it says Medicaid, does that mean we need to print off a Medicaid form and have the parents sign it? It says to be completed by IEP manager, do we have to get a new Medicaid form?
You would transfer the information if it's on the walk-in IEP.
Okay, but if there's not one?
You just do it at the next IEP,
Okay, cause
like
I
you
didn't see
normally
one
would.
in like his, okay, I'll go back, did you see that? I didn't see one. May not be a requirement from another district, okay, they typically. Small districts, I'm sure. Yeah, some home and home.
Is Hunter WCH?
Yes.
Oops, that probably shouldn't be in there.
He told me yesterday he was supposed to have one.
Yes, it's a, he wouldn't wear them, is what his IEP said.
He told me to step it up.
A what? Really?
He is a sweetheart. He is the kindest soul.
Maybe,
I have two others.
maybe not.
It hasn't been,
Says on hasn't been finalized.
yeah, it hadn't been finalized, Ryan, so it would be just letting you know.
Do you have a copy of it?
Yeah, right here.
Very good.
Okay. That's the old one, that's not the new one.
That's the walk-in we received, right?
Oh, I thought you were gonna look at the walk-in that I
Yeah.
did. Okay,
Yeah, that's the one we received.
okay, yeah.
So here's the walk-in from wherever, Independence, Kansas. Each district looks a lot different than ours. I think Olathe are identical to ours. So those are easy, but besides that, they're all jumbled up. And most of the time you can't highlight them and copy and paste. So what I did last year is I opened up one of them. I opened up the IEP, and it works better if you have two computer screens. And then I opened up regular IEP that I'm entering stuff into. And wherever the other IEP is, there we go. And I kind of just worked my way through the IEP. So student strengths, Hunter is very sociable. He is very a respectful kid and always does what is asked of him. So then I kind of think, where's that going to go on the IEP? For me, that goes under present levels for the student's strengths. So let's see if Barb did a good job. Hunter is very sociable. He's very respectful. blah, blah, blah. Good job, Bob.
Gold star.
EIP.
Okay, so then, parental concerns, can go in a few places. I think for this IEP, this is just parent concerns for, him being a social kid, which, can go into IEP team considerations, where it asked if the parents had any concerns.
I'm not for sure what right there.
So parent concerns, then I could add it into there. Then we can move on to health. Student with healthcare needs, no. Okay, so here's hearing and vision. That's gonna go at the top of IEP team considerations. Look at Barb. It is out of date. Remember, we have 3 and 2 years for that. So his next IEP will want to update that. Motor skills go into health. Communication skills go into communication. So it says the student's performance is in with normal limits. So I don't. You can just copy and paste that into both the strengths and weaknesses or needs, since there isn't a current need. But we'll still have to finalize. We'll still have to fill it in. There has to be something in there. So Barb put periods, which is fine. But up here put net. That's what they kind of used. You already have something for that. So that's kind of it. It's just kind of piecing it together. I think the goals are kind of tough sometimes. Let me find this dude's goals.
This were easy. No shape one. We just had 2, 1 math, 1 writing, and they did give you basic motion.
So a lot of other districts don't use the same template we use, even though they should. The state